about the design aspect that goes into a HMO room.
Okay. So when you get the license, it's important to get the sort out the layouts first. So you can try to make more en-suites in your houses. So to create this, you can use the unused areas in your house. For example, hallways are the most unused places. So you can involve some part of the hallway into one room and make the room more spacious, more bigger. So you can even not to able to on-suite, but you can have a bigger room. So and try more to do en-suites in the house. And for the rooms, when we talk about inside the rooms, is the biggest issue beds and the wardrobes, because of they are the biggest items in the room. So again, when we talk about the unused spaces, so you can place your wardrobes behind the door, because you won't be able to do much thing about this area. So you can use that area as a wardrobe. And for the beds, you can use some storage under the beds with drawers or ottoman beds. So it can be very useful for the rooms. Yeah.
I agree. And one of the biggest issues that we see in how HMO houses we take over is storage. Sometimes you can see 2 or 3 suitcases, piled in a room. Maybe the landlord hasn't put thought onto a storage bed, so there's stuff everywhere. And I think in terms of managing from a safety aspect, you don't want items, clothes, things blocking doors. I find your suggestions are very helpful, because no one wants clutter and mess in their rooms. And also when it comes back round to viewing the property, when you need to relet it and you walk into a war zone and there's stuff upside down, it's much harder to let. And on your point on the en-suites, I agree, they command anywhere from £200 to £400 more a room. So doing an en-suite can increase your yield by £4,000 or £5,000 a year. They stay longer, and they're in demand. So the en-suites are, I would say, a big must. When you have 4 or 5 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, again, it's harder. It's a much harder let. So I agree with you there. What would you look to do with the colour palettes of a HMO house? Do you ever colour grade each door? Do you have any funky concepts that you work with?
I think before the starting a design, the owners should start with the design palette by themselves. So it's like I would suggest always for choosing the 3 main colors. It's like one for dominant color for the walls, for the floors or sofas, or the beds in that scenario. So it's like 60% of the room. So it's the for 30% for the secondary color you can choose for the area rugs, for ceiling, for the less percentage, and the last 10% for you can use like a vases, cushions. So it's like a small bit
small accessories
in the room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And when you choose this color, it will be easy you to focus for the continue for choosing the other elements. So, but I would suggest not to go for the white.
Yes, landlords love brilliant white, as we all know. There's 2 options that happen when you give the landlord carte blanche on the colours: is you end up with brilliant white or purple kitchen. So
it's a little bit I wouldn't suggest white. It's like grey, also a little bit not using it moment, because it's especially for the recently it's more warmer tones is more important for welcoming.
Is it true what they say about brilliant white? It's actually not very good for your eyes and your mental well-being?
Yes, definitely. It's like you can think about the hospitals or using the white lights, the walls. So it's more it's not for the houses.
What's your thoughts on lighting when you're designing a house? How important is that to you and the client?
It's quite important, and I would suggest to go to different types of lighting. For example, you have like a ceiling light or some wall lights or floor lamps. So different kind of lights would definitely change the room's ambience. So I would go for the natural lights or the warm light, not white light.
Yes,
please.
yes, too much
Again,
white.
We are against the white. We saw
much
enough white.
Drains your eyes, no?
So if you don't want to be stressed in your home, just choose warmer colors, warmer walls, so it will be easy to
So
live
the benefits of getting the design right are higher rents, better caliber of resident, longer stays,
Yes.
and less maintenance, I guess.
Definitely. It's what are your tips for creating a cozy and functional space for tenants?
Well, ideally the starting point is to tag you in. So for me, the most important part is the property itself is clean and tidy.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, if it's not modern, at least it's clean.
Yeah.
So the cleanliness of a house is really important to us. Things working, the right mattress. You know, I really despise when landlords go for the cheap £99 mattress that you can punch through. Yeah, it's, you know, if you can't sleep or you can't sleep well, then, you know, you're losing the very thing that can make you money in that room. So I like to think of our HMO rooms as similar to a hotel room, because when you go to a hotel, the bed is super comfy, you have a desk, you know, you have everything in one room. You can hang your clothes, you can iron your clothes. So this is the sort of design and functionality that you bring into a HMO house, and we really take pride in making all our rooms look the same. So it's the same bed, the same mattress, the same desk,
Same quality.
everything. And then if there's an issue, everyone knows the component very, very well.
Okay, yeah. So you are using the similar material for all the
Exactly.
HMOs.
So if you could go to one of our properties, I don't know, in Surrey Quays, and then go to another one in Southgate. The house may be different on the outside, but when you walk in, it feels the same.
Okay, that's great. What are the most common mistakes you see the landlords make, and how can they be avoided?
Yeah, so the most common mistake a landlord makes is renting to more than 3 unrelated sharers without a HMO license,
Oh, I see.
which puts them into breach and could get a fine of up to £30,000 from the council. And they usually don't have fire doors or the right smoke alarm for fire safety.
Yeah, it's important to get ready
Yes,
before
yeah,
having
resident
tenants.
safety and, you know, all the acts that are in play from councils and legislation. Some landlords are either blissfully unaware or, like I say, just don't have the experience in managing the asset.
Yeah. You make sure each tenant feels at home in a shared space.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, good question. I think the onboarding part of the process that we do is very successful because they are responded to quickly, the referencing is done quickly, and then when we go to move them in, we will stay with them for half an hour, and literally show them how everything works, make sure that all their devices are connected to the Wi-Fi, because like I said, if there's no broadband, and also working from home has also changed the work-home culture, because a lot more people were never at home. Now a lot more people, when we go to inspection the properties or a maintenance request, people are working from home.
Yeah, after COVID,
Yeah.
it's slightly changed.
Yeah, it's really changed the landscape. So more people are reliant on working from home,
Exactly.
and needing the necessary things that they would have at the office: desk, chair,
Exactly.
and
We were
supervised
considering.
broadband. Yeah. So the investment at the beginning of your HMO conversion will pay you back over the years and will minimise the maintenance. So we highly recommend working with a skilled architect or a skilled HMO expert, because you will make more money, not get fined, and you're completely compliant.